Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, Doe, y'all? It's your boy T. Wilson. Welcome to the What Up Doe Show, your favorite commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news. It is live on a Wednesday morning, and you know what that means? It is Hump Day. I am feeling so fantastic, Cole. You have no idea. I'm going to tell you what, man, I had a pretty exciting day in my own life yesterday. So, y'all know my day started off crazy. My morning show was filled with funny technical difficulties. There was actually only one. I listened back to the show myself. There was actually only one. And I faked one. I faked y'all out one time. And the others were false alarms. There actually wasn't technical difficulties. I just thought there was. So then I had the day continued. And I'll get back into that because, as you know, I went in for my procedure yesterday, and that turned into adventure number 2 because I ended up not having the procedure at all. So thanks for all the well wishes. Seriously, I had some well wishes out there, and I appreciate them. I really do. But actually, what ended up happening was there was a snafu with my insurance. So, insurance has changed now. So they give you a lump sum, and until you pay that, your insurance actually doesn't pay anything. So the entire procedure had to come out of my pocket yesterday, and that was not something I was prepared to do. I was prepared to pay something. I mean, I had a good chunk. I was ready to pay, but all of it? Are you serious? Why am I paying the insurance company if I have to pay all of it? Okay, so that was a bone of contention for me. Big up to Calvin Jacobs, man. I want to say big up to Calvin Jacobs. He gave me a shout yesterday and threw a prayer up for me in light of what I had stated that I was going into my procedure. So I do appreciate that well wish. I really do. Even though it actually didn't go down, I still appreciate the gesture. All right. And also, adventure number 3 was my phone, because my phone has gone bananas. It was sitting next to me on a table, and then all of a sudden it started coming on and going off, coming on and going off. Then it rebooted. All without me touching it. It's just got a mind of its own now. It still hasn't come back around. I just don't know what to expect from my phone whenever I pick it up. It's just got a mind of its own now. It may be on, it may be off, it may be rebooted. Hey, it's up to my phone. So I don't like having a phone that has a mind of its own because it does not pay its own bill. So that to me is a problem. So therefore I have to replace it. But unfortunately, maybe I can't afford it. I was going to say I can't afford it, but maybe I can since I didn't pay for that damn surgery. Anyway, let's get on with our birthday shouts. I know I had a lot to say before we even get started this morning, but it's that kind of day, man. It's hump day. We got to get our hump on. And ladies, for you ladies out there, we want to admire your hump too, so wear some nice pants that shows the hump. Oh, another adventure number 3 yesterday. I'm sorry. Let's get to it. I don't care. I know we got birthdays coming up, but I got to tell y'all, last night there was a dyke fight downstairs from me. It was pretty wild, man. I heard this boom, boom, booming going on outside, so I went out and I saw everybody looking like underneath me. So it was actually directly 2 stories underneath me it was coming from. I saw people looking in that direction, so I had to walk around so I could see, and it's this man-looking chick with her back turned to the door, kicking the door like a horse. Boom, boom, boom. Come out, bitch. Ba, 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 ba. You love crack, you crackhead. Come out, bitch. And it went on for a little while, and she walked away, and then she walked away, she's talking smack, blah, 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 blah. She this, she that, and she went right back to boom, boom, boom again and again. So finally one time she came and she kicked that door one time, and that door flew open, and the lady came out with a hammer and went to wailing on her, man. It was wild. It was wild. And they finally got tied up in front of somebody's apartment. And they were tied up with the hammer, fighting over it. She tried to throw her over the rail. The cops finally showed up right when they were halfway over the rail. The cops showed up, they were halfway over the rail and arrested them both. And I took a picture when the cops was here and put it on Facebook and called it Fight Night, the Dyke Fight Night. It was pretty fun. I'm sorry y'all missed it. Okay, on that note, man, let's get on down to the birthday shouts. I got Lance, the fly car guy, Rocky Moore out there in the DFW area. The beautiful, beautiful Lady Sheba Sonson. Teetha Black. Teetha Black, what's up, homie? I remember doing a show on for your birthday a long time ago. You old, you grown man now. You was a kid back then. Happy birthday to the beautiful Jada Fox. My homeboy and fam, James, Mr. Flash Thomas. Big ups to Mr. Flash. And last but certainly not least, one of my closest friends, one of my most beautiful close friends too. Cicely Hawkins, we call her CC, I call her CC Bone. So happy birthday to all of y'all. Mm-hmm. And also, before we get this party started, I got to say big up to my homeboy and one of my best friends of all time, Beeb Nice. Today would have been his birthday. He passed away about, a couple decades ago. He passed away on his just shy of his 24th birthday, or just shy of his 25th birthday. I'm sorry. And this would have been Beeb Nice's birthday. So big up and much love to Beeb Nice. And on that note, let's go ahead and get this party started. Yeah, man, I've been having a little trouble with my mouse too. I forgot. That's drama number 4. My mouse been messing up, so I expect to have quite a few of those little flubs with my special effects, because that's been happening with my mouse. I get a double click. I click it once and it clicks twice. I don't know why. I don't know if I need to clean it. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's been happening all night last night. So I expect that to happen again and again today as well. Anyway, moving on with the news, we got Becky Hammon. You know who Becky Hammon is. Know that name. Recognize that name. You will know that name more and more in the future. You'll hear it a lot over the next coming days. She is the first female basketball player to become an assistant coach in the NBA. She was hired by the Spurs. Popovich is bringing on a female coach. And I don't have a problem with it. You may see a female head coach in the NBA before too long in the coming years. I think within the next decade it could happen. It may sound ridiculous, but it's not ridiculous. Becky Hammon made a great commentary about it. She made a great quote. I won't quote her. I'll just say she made a great statement. I thought made a lot of sense. She said, I don't think a woman can play in the NBA because of the size and the physicality. However, the mentality and the brain work that goes into the game, I think a woman can handle that. I'm up for the mentality of the NBA. I'm up for the toughness of the NBA as far as helping someone get better at playing the game, even though I'm not physically capable of playing the game. I'm in agreement with that. And LeBron James met in person with the Cleveland Cavaliers coach David Blatt for the first time Tuesday as he prepares for his upcoming season. And he was noticeably lighter. Uh-oh. Here comes the issues with Spreaker. Anyway, LeBron James met with, I see what's happening. It happens when but it doesn't happen before. Anyway, we're gonna move on. I can't even explain what happened because y'all wouldn't know what I'm talking about anyway. So don't even worry about it. I'm just going. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself on the air in front of everybody. That's what I do because I'm from Detroit and our bums do that. And so I'm a Detroit downtown hobo, and so I'm retarded and I'm crazy and I talk to myself in front of crowds of people. Anyway, LeBron came in. He's noticeably lighter. He lost a lot of weight in the offseason. He is being prepared for the new season. He met with his coach, David Blatt, for the first time today. I'm repeating most of that because I don't know how much of that got lost in the sauce when the doggone thing froze. Anyway, moving on. David Price debuted for the Tigers yesterday. That's the pitcher they just picked up. The Tigers now have the last 3 Cy Young winners in their pitching rotation, and the last one that they picked up, David Price, first game with the Tigers last night, struck out 10 people, and he won. Did that freeze? Now that time that wasn't on me, man. That was not on me if it froze again, if y'all didn't get all of that. Anyway, David Price struck out 10 batters, and the Tigers' victory. The Tigers won in the 12th inning. And a big debut for David Price, bringing him onto the Tigers' rotation, may get them a World Series finally. Because they've been going, but they've been losing, and I'm getting sick of that. So let's get one for the D, baby. Is Kanye West the smartest guy ever? I don't know. But he is definitely the most fun to quote. So with a Kanye West story, you don't really have to just you don't have to have any commentary. All you have to do is just quote Kanye, and the story's told. So Kanye West swears under oath, and I quote, "I'm the smartest celebrity you've ever effing dealt with. I'm not Britney Spears," unquote. In the transcript of Kanye's deposition in a case where he's accused of beating a photographer, he explained to Nate Goldberg, the photographer's lawyer, "I'm in the business of trying to make dope shit for the world. You're in the business of representing scums and trying to make as much money as long as there's this lapse in the law." Goldberg tried to grill Kanye about his song Flashing Lights, and he started quoting the song. He said, "Till I get flashed by paparazzi. Damn, these niggas got me." At that point, Kanye stopped him. "Hold up. You have to ask for a hall pass. You can't just say the N-word around me. It offends me because you're a white person saying nigger." Kanye says a parallel between blacks fighting for civil rights in the 60s and celebs fighting for theirs today. I mean, quote unquote, in the 60s, people used to hold up die nigger signs when my parents were in the sit-ins also. Goldberg asked if he equates the struggle of blacks in the past with celebrities today, and Kanye says 100% yes. "I equate it to discrimination. I equate it to inequalities. We as a group of minorities here in LA, as celebrities, have to band together to influence guys like this. Guys trying to take the picture. Guys trying to get the big win. Guys trying to get the big check." The Depot is riddled with Kanye's sarcasm. When Goldberg asked where he lives, Kanye said, "Earth. I live on planet Earth. Bitch." I think he is the smartest man ever. I love Kanye when he's just talking. I'm not a big fan of Kanye as a whole, but when he gets to talking like that, it's just so much fun to quote. California may become a condom-mandated state when it comes to porn. The California State Assembly has just passed a bill requiring condoms in all porn shoots. The author, State Assemblyman Isidore Hall, said it's all about workplace safety. STDs are out of control in the porn industry. You don't say. Hall cites a UCLA study which shows 11% of female porn stars who have sex with males who don't wear condoms contracted gonorrhea and 15% tested positive for chlamydia. They're porn stars. They could have contracted it anywhere. You think they only have sex with the guys in the film? I think they were having sex before that. That's how they learned how to be good enough to have films. They probably came in with it. Anyway. Vivid President Steve Hertz says everybody's fleeing California. His company currently does not produce movies in LA County, where there's currently the mandate to wear a condom. One porn exec says the county has lost $100 million a year. Fact is, we checked with the agency that issues permits for porn shoots. 480 permits were issued in 2012. After the condom law was passed, that number plummeted to 40 in 2013. And so far, there's only 30 in 2014. Assemblyman Hall says the porn companies are full of bullshit. They can digitally remove those condoms from the flicks. There's an app for that. They can come do the films here. We don't care. We just don't want them to come spreading diseases and all of that stuff. They're nasty. Matter of fact, you seen the one. What a freak. In Mansfield, Ohio, two women were trying to rob a bakery. And the robbery suspects went to Buckeye Bakers in Snyder's too early. On Tuesday morning, 79-year-old Dixie Guaygold was working at the counter. He was alone, and the pair demanded cash. She handed over donuts instead of dough. They wanted $20.
They said, we know you have $20. Mom gave them each a glazed donut. I gave them some donuts. I ain't had no money. They wanted $20.
The suspects departed without doing the elderly woman any harm, but she was sent home to rest as a precaution.
The good news is I ain't get hurt. They ain't touch me. I was shook up a little bit, but all they got was some donuts. They ain't get no money. They didn't know I had a couple hundred stuffed in my bra. You know, it was touching my knees. It was tickling my knees because my titties hang.
In Martin County, Florida, a woman who allegedly swiped a bag of Raisinets from a Cumberland Farms store felt that the candy caper was justified because she is God. Nancy Mullis was allegedly seen taking a $2.99 bag of Raisinets and then leaving the store. Once she was outside, the suspect flaunted stolen property at the store clerk.
I got your Raisinets. I got your Raisinets, you little bitch. I got your Raisinets. What you gonna do about it, little bitch?
The 52-year-old was given a trespass warning and a court summons for the theft. The candies made their way back onto the shelves at the store, and the next person to buy them will be blessed because she is God. That pack has been touched by the Holy Spirit. Later on in the day, Mullis went to a discount Family Dollar and caused a scene. Mullis was waving her arms wildly and cursing. A court affidavit was saying. Mullis was stating that she was a god and could do what she wanted. Apparently what Mullis wanted to do was flip over a newspaper stand and knock items off the shelf. I am God! Down with the newspapers. They're all full of lies. It's all lies. The sacred suspect was arrested on a disorderly conduct charge and given another trespass warning. She later escaped by walking through the walls because she is God. She is God. I knew that was going to happen again. The little double click thing. I told you that was going to happen. In New Hyde Park, New York, a woman allegedly got drunk, stole a snake from a pet store, and then crashed her car into a firehouse while the serpent circled around her neck. You stole a snake and you're afraid of it? Sarah Espinosa plowed her Prius. How do you steal something and try to get away in a Prius? Anyway, the New Hyde Park fire, she should have got arrested for that alone. Firehouse, and she ran her Prius into the New Hyde Park firehouse and ran into two trucks that were parked inside. When firefighters went to help the 22-year-old, they found the small ball python that she allegedly swiped from the Petco wrapped around her neck. That snake said, now I'm going to choke your dumb ass. I was happy there. He was feeding me. Put me in a damn Prius. At least you could have got actually a TL. Could have put me in an ILX, bitch. Gonna bring me in a Prius. I would have choked your ass. That snake wasn't happy. We heard a loud bang and then a second loud bang, said the New Hyde Park Fire Chief, Steve Waldron. As soon as she went through the doors, firefighters began the rescue. Espinosa was treated for minor injuries at the hospital and then taken into custody. She was charged with second-degree reckless endangerment, DWI, reckless driving, petty larceny, unlawful possession of marijuana, drugs and alcohol play a key role, and felonious dumbassness. It was about 2 feet long. Is he talking about the snake, or is he talking about my peni? That's what she said. Oregon City, Oregon. An Oregon man was facing public indecency charges after allegedly falling into the Willamette River while masturbating. I love it. Oregon City police spotted the suspect, Ernest Kirk, on a cliff near a bridge and attempted to talk to him. Kirk, who allegedly was naked and touching himself in prime positions at the time, seemed to be under the influence of drugs. You don't say. Drugs and alcohol play a key role. It was difficult for officers to communicate with the 31-year-old because he was so close to busting one, he didn't want to stop. He was going, what'd you say? He was 75 feet below them, and he continued to masturbate in front of them for several minutes. I can't stop. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office Marine Unit was called in to assist with the situation. I'm an expert on masturbating, guys. I can stop this masturbation quick. When a boat approached Kirk, he appeared to pass out. And he fell into the river. Face went straight into his own cum. Authorities were able to haul Kirk into the vessel, and he was taken to a hospital for medical evaluation. He had to clean off a little bit of nut from his face. After he was released, Kirk was arrested and booked on charges of a felony public indecency, harassment, not harassment, but harassment, and litigitis. They said his penis was so small he was actually masturbating with tweezers. As gangster. And it is now time for your Netflix movie review. I'm finding it hard to believe I even did that doggone story, man. What in the world was I thinking? I have no idea. I kind of hate myself for that. Yesterday I watched, oh, I'm right, I'm sorry, we're supposed to be doing the movie, right? I watched a movie called The Experiment. Morgan Freeman was in it. Good flick, man. It was good. It was a good flick. I liked it. I didn't realize at the time I was watching it that it was based on a true story. I found out later that it was based on a true story where they did an experiment, a prison experiment, where they put all these guys in a prison-like environment, in a facility that was made out to be a mock prison. Some of them were prisoners, and some were guards. You know, they assigned some of them guards and some of them prisoners to see what happened, see if their animal instincts would take over, if they would become dog-eat-dog, if they would lose their natural ability, lose their self, become something that they weren't. Basically, the animal instincts did take over, just in short, did take over, and it got out of hand. It got crazy, wacky, wild, and violent. Not a bad film, pretty good, very interesting. Check it out. It's called The Experiment. You can stream it on Netflix, and that, folks, is your Netflix movie review. And that is all I have today. I want to thank you all for joining me. You've been an awesome audience. I heard you out there laughing and clapping your hands and enjoying yourselves. Hey! So thanks for joining me here on the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy T. Wilson. Y'all have a great hump day. Big up to my boy Latone Hart. He's the host of a show called The 730 Show. You can hear it on iTunes. Big up to my boy Miles Perkins. I almost said Miles Davis. Miles Perkins. He's the author of a book called Sex Education, The Erotic Secrets of a School Teacher. You can find it on Amazon.com. And also big up to my brother Mike Wilson. He has a company called All Clear Landscaping out in New Orleans, Louisiana. And on that note, I want to say peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out and have a fantastic hump day. What up, though?